'Twas the night before Christmas. Went all through the house. No whiskey was left, and no way to get soused. The beer cans were stacked by the stove without care, in hopes that the pizza guy soon would be there. My friends were passed out all over my crib, while visions of beer pong bounced in their heads. After sucking the last drops from my bottle of scotch, I puked out my guts into my buddy's crotch. When out in the drive there arose such a clatter, I sprang from the chair to see what's the matter. On my way to the window I stumbled so fast, tore open my pants and dropped all my stash. My hand on the breast of my friend's newest spouse created a rise in my hands down below, when what to my wondering eyes should appear but a belly button piercing of a man-hunting deer. With my little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be a trick. More rapid than snakes my cursor came, and I whistled and shouted it and called it by name. Come on, Vixen, let's mount old Blixen. On my way to the porch, I pounced off the wall. Now get away, get away, get away all. As visions of stars danced round my eyes, I met with an obstacle just 3 feet high. And out on the porch I started to spew on the delivery guy with pizza all over his shoes. And then in a twinkling I heard under the roof the pissing and moaning of someone drunk on hooch. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the alley my buddy came with a bound. He was all dressed in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bag full of booze was flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. He was smiling so bright, like he just lost his cherry. His jaw was hanging, showing teeth full of caps. He stuttered and stammered. His words even had gaps. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his lips. As I took in the smoke, I started to list. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old fart. And I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had much to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to the kitchen and filled 2 tall mugs with beer to the brim. And placing his finger inside of his nose, he gave me a nod and sprung to the sofa. And awake they all came, and I heard them exclaim, Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.